Welcome to the Giants of Science, the podcast where we pull back the curtain on the minds that shaped our modern world. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the life of a man Albert Einstein called his greatest inspiration, the Scottish genius James Clerk Maxwell. The early years show me how it does. Our story starts in 1831 in Edinburgh, Scotland. James was born into a comfortable family, but his childhood wasn't exactly typical. From the age of 3, his mother Frances noted that James was obsessively curious. His favorite phrase was, "Show me how it does. Show me how it does works." Sadly, he lost his mother to cancer when he was only 8. His father, John Clerk Maxwell, took over his education. James was eventually sent to the Edinburgh Academy, where his peers, not understanding his brilliant eccentric mind, nicknamed him Dafty. Little did they know, Dafty was writing his first scientific paper on mathematical curves at just 14 years old. It was so advanced that a professor had to present it to the Royal Society because James was considered too young. The academic ascent. By 16, Maxwell entered the University of Edinburgh. He was a sponge for knowledge, logic, chemistry, mathematics. He wanted it all. In 1850, he moved to Cambridge, where he became a wrangler, a top-tier math student, and won the prestigious Smith's Prize. His career then took him to various professorships. Marischal College, Aberdeen, where he proved that Saturn's rings weren't solid but made of small particles. King's College, London, likely his most productive years. This is where he took the world's first color photograph in 1861 by using red, green, and blue filters. The masterpiece, Electromagnetism. If you're listening to this on a smartphone or using Wi-Fi, you have Maxwell to thank. His big idea was bringing together electricity and magnetism. Before him, people thought they were separate forces. Maxwell published his famous Maxwell's equations. He mathematically proved that light is actually an electromagnetic wave. This was the foundation for radio, TV, radar, and even modern telecommunications. The final chapter. In 1871, Maxwell became the first Cavendish Professor of Physics at Cambridge, setting up the world-famous Cavendish Laboratory. However, his life was tragically cut short. In 1879, at the age of 48, he passed away from the same type of abdominal cancer that took his mother. He died in Cambridge, leaving behind a legacy that wouldn't be fully understood for decades. Why he matters. When Einstein was asked if he stood on the shoulders of Newton, he replied, "No, I stand on Maxwell's shoulders." Without James Clerk Maxwell, our electronic connected world simply wouldn't exist. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. We hope you enjoyed the journey of the man who showed us how it does. Join us next time as we explore another pioneer of the unknown.